Alright, I'm here in the dead of winter, and this is going to be an update on the cold steel SRK. I was going to wait to do this until after the winter, but I figured I'd just go ahead and do it. I don't think it's going to break. This is going to be a proven video on the cold steel SRK. This thing has been with me on about every camping trip, every hunting trip, anytime I'm in the woods, this thing is with me, and I have not been easy on this thing at all. I've abused this thing to no end, and this thing has not broken me. This is about the only knife that I can really say that I've really liked well enough to prove it. This knife has been unbelievable. It has just literally withstood everything I've put it through. I mean, the tip is still just as sharp as a needle as when I just got it, and I have not done hardly anything to the tip to sharpen it. Surprisingly, with all the beating I've done right here, splitting wood with this like half and clip point or whatever, this is actually still pretty sharp. This Aussate steel has been awesome. It's just held up wonderfully. Here's some of the things that I have noticed with the knife. Right here, it's a full tang knife, but it actually, right when it gets here, right on the craton handle, it actually dips in and then gets skinnier, and it keeps going down the whole tang of the knife. It goes about right there. That I don't like about the knife, but I mean, like I said, it hasn't broken on me, so I don't know if I really can knock it. The actual blade going into the craton handle, or however you say it, craton, whatever. It wiggles front to back, not so much side to side, but just front to back. I don't know if you can kind of see it wiggling, but I mean, it's not much. I don't think it's not going to come out of the craton or anything, but it has gotten loose in about a year. But like I've said, I mean, you can just look at it. I mean, I've beat the tar out of this thing. After a while, the sheath starts to wear right here on the craton, and when that happens, it gets looser and looser in the sheath. So I've wrapped this in camo form, and it retains in the sheath really nice. The sheath has held up really well. Here's the sheath. I mean, no cracks or dings. I just wrapped this in camo form, and I put a Becker right here. Just strapped it on there just as a little knife, but the sheath has held up really well. It retains in there even after a year, but that's because of the camo form. And then but I mean, the finish is almost completely shot on this, almost completely gone, but like I've said, it's been through hell. I'll just go over everything I've done with it so far. I've split tons of wood, and it has not failed in that aspect at all. Of course, there's certain things you can't do with it just because of the certain logs you can't get through, because it's only like a, I don't know, I don't have the specs here, but I don't know, it's like a 6-inch blade or 5-inch, something like that. But I've split a ton of wood with it, and it's just performed flawlessly. I've actually, the last deer, actually my buddy's deer, he shot, I actually gutted part of the deer with this, and I'm going to say it really didn't do that great of a job as a gutting knife, but it will work. Let's see, I split his pelvis with it, his deer's pelvis. Split it with the clip point of the blade. I just kept hammering away at it, and it blew through it eventually. It took a couple hits though. I've used this thing as a pry bar. It's probably not the best thing to do with a knife, but I have done this, and it has held up unbelievably. Hasn't bent, hasn't cracked, no chipping, absolutely no chipping in the on the edge whatsoever. Trying to think what else I've done with it. I've just abused the thing to no end. I mean, this thing is a champ in the woods. It'd be a great combat knife, and it is a, for me anyway, it is a definite proven survival blade. So there you have it. The Cold Steel SRK is now proven in my book. So if you are thinking about getting one of these, it's not a bad choice whatsoever. It'll serve you really well. It served me well. If you get one and it blows up on you, well, you probably just got a bad one, or I don't know, whatever. But I've not been gentle with this, and this thing has been wonderful. So this thing's probably going to get Duracoated this summer. But yeah, this should definitely be one of your options if you're thinking about getting a cool survival blade. So alright, Cold Steel SRK proven. So God bless. Out.